everyone, welcome back to my channel Heart Warriors Tarot. My name's Deanna and this is your daily energy reading. I do apologise, the daily energy readings are probably going to be a little bit on and off for the next week or so. I will do my best to get online and get them done. I just have an awful lot going on at home at the moment that I just need to give my attention to, really. So that's why I may not be able to just get on and do this reading, okay? But I would like to. I would like to. I have the Enchanted Tarot here, and I'm going to take one card from this deck for the overarching energy for everybody. And then I've got the Illuminati Tarot here. I'm going to use this deck for the more specific reading for today, for whoever needs those specifics, okay? But first of all, let's just tune in. Dear Spirit, thank you for being with us today and guiding this reading for the highest good of all. Can I please ask for clear, concise messages to come through for all who need to hear them today? Thank you. Thank you to my angels and my guides for being here and helping me guide this reading. Thank you. Okay, I'm just going to give this a super quick shuffle. We're going to cut the deck. Okay, let's just cut it here. It seems to want to cut from here, so I'm going to take this card off the top for the overarching theme for everybody. We have the King of Pentacles. This is very much about being grounded, being the family man. And it doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman in this instance, being the family man, being the family protector, being the one looking after his or her people, the people in your surroundings. If you are at work and you're in a managerial position, that can include those people as well. Although generally speaking, the King of Pentacles does put family before others, okay? So this is also about being grounded, having good foundations, being structured in how you want to move forward, knowing where your material means are going to come from and making sure you have those in place. So these are the general energies coming into play for everybody today. So it could be that if you are wanting to get ahead or iron things out where your material world is concerned or your physical world is concerned, this card bodes well for you doing that today. It's an energy that you can tap into to help you be as practical as you need to be, to help you be as pragmatic as you need to be with regards to all these things that you need to put into place. Matters of the home may matter to you today, especially to do with its structure and fixing things up in that area. Financial issues as well may be important, looking into the nitty-gritty of those if you like, and just making sure that everybody is well provided for, or at least thinking about how you can make that happen. So that's the collective energies that everybody can tap into. We're just going to put down a few more cards now from the Illuminati deck. And this is possibly going to make the reading a little bit more specific. It might be a different storyline that comes to light with these cards. This is for whoever needs that specific message. Only take it if it applies to you and leave what doesn't apply to you. Oh, here we go. Okay, we have the Justice card has come out first, followed by the Six of Pentacles. Very interesting. And then I think I'm just going to take the next one off the top. The Wheel. The Justice, especially when we're considering the overall energies of the King of Pentacles, does suggest to me that for some of you watching this, there could be a legal issue coming into play with regards to money, home, finances, the structure of your life, and so on. Not for everybody, but for some of you, that could come into the equation today. There could be an issue about making things fair, making things right, making things morally right, making sure that you get your fair share of something, because that's what the Six of Pentacles stands for. You receiving as much as you're giving, everything being balanced, the books being balanced. Next to the Justice card, it does suggest that some of you may be looking literally for justice when it comes to do with your finances or your material means and resources. Okay, so for a small number of you, this could even be literally a legal issue. do, like going to court or signing papers in order to, or speaking to your solicitors in order to get something done. That means you have this moral justice or this balance that you need in your life to do with your finances, or to do with your employment, or to do with money exchanging hands, okay, quite literally. And then you have the Wheel of Fortune as well. So there is a little bit of it could go either way kind of feeling with this card. It's a little bit like you having to wait to kind of see what the universe brings you almost. When the wheel comes up, it does suggest that there is an aspect to something, of something that we don't necessarily have complete control of. So we are at the mercy of whichever way the wheel turns to an extent or another. However, we do have this King of Pentacles as the overarching energy, which to me is saying that even if you can't control the outcome of a certain thing, do your best to make sure everything else is as stable as possible and as structured as possible, that you have that power within you to make sure that's the case. As long as you do that, my feeling here is that everything else will work out one way or another. It will work out in the end, as long as you're as practical and reasonable as possible, tapping into this energy of the King of Pentacles in order to sort the things out that you need to. Being true, being honest, and being very fair to everybody who's involved in any situation today is going to bring about the best outcome. That's the other thing that this 3-card configuration is telling me, is that the wheel will favour those who are acting in as equal, moral and balanced a way as possible. Okay, whatever your situation, and it doesn't have to be a legal issue, okay, although for a small number of you maybe it is, but it doesn't have to be an actual legal issue. The Justice card is representing the intention and the energy behind whatever issue is taking precedence in your life today. So as long as we're approaching things from that place of complete and utter fairness, equality and balance and so on, then the wheel should spin in your favor. That's what these 3 cards are basically telling me. But it is important to be honest with yourself, because this kind of Justice card, she comes from a place of complete impartiality, okay? She really doesn't take sides on an emotional level at all. The Justice card is not about that. The Justice card is literally about dealing with the more cold, hard facts. And regardless of anyone's emotional situation, it's about dishing out what needs to be dished out in relation to that kind of impartiality. I do feel that I want to say that for some of you watching, you know, like I said, you may be at the whim of something else being decided that is out of your control, like the wheel is suggesting. However, I do want to say there is a feeling of someone or something else overseeing this entire process. I really do get that with both the King of Pentacles and the Justice card as well. It's like there is another overriding authority or body or institution overseeing this matter of balance, equality, moral justice, and even financial balance for some of you. It is being overseen, and I just want to say that whoever is overseeing it, or whatever is overseeing it, it actually feels good to me. Okay, it feels like the entity that is overseeing this entire thing is taking into account the whole, okay, the whole situation. So for me, it's got a feeling of total balance and total fairness, just in case you needed to hear that, okay? I'm going to very quickly turn over a runestone just to see if we can get any more information for you. Oh, look. I mixed these rune stones really well, and here we have this same rune stone that came out a couple of days ago in the last reading I did, I think it was. This is the ice rune stone. This is the rune stone that symbolises challenges, frustrations, blocks in your way, mountains you can't climb, icebergs you can't cross, and so on and so on. It's a kind of stasis. It suggests to me that you are waiting for something or waiting on something, and that it is a little bit out of your control. You can't do anything to move the issue forward. You can't necessarily do anything to circumnavigate this situation. It's got to play out, and as the wheel is saying, it is out of your hands. There is an external influence involved, and the external influence is going to have the final say here. That is the feeling that I'm getting. So as far as you are concerned, there is nothing you can particularly do about this situation. That's what the rune stone is showing me. However, as I said before when I was reading the cards, with the Justice and the King of Pentacles, there is some kind of overviewing body or institution or entity here looking over the whole thing, and my feeling is that that's actually a good thing. My feeling is that they will and are taking into account the holistic picture, the complete picture from an eagle-eyed perspective in that impartial way that the Justice represents, okay? So that's a very interesting reading. I do feel like turning over an oracle card. I'm just going to do that super quick, but just because sometimes the reading just feels a little bit incomplete, like it just needs something else. This is the Ascended Masters deck. So I'm just going to mix these up. Let's see if we can just pull a card for you from here, just for any final advice. That one. We've got two there. Okay. Maybe two is needed. Who knows? Okay, we've got Teacher, and we've got Take Charge of this situation, Moses. You know, again, I'm getting the feeling of this authority, this overseeing body here. Moses is really making me think about the Ten Commandments, you know, the way he climbed up that mountain, and then were given the Ten Commandments. It's like there is this overviewing authority in charge of this situation. I feel like whatever happens with regards to this situation, the absolute best thing that you can do is learn from the lesson, or be the one that is knowledgeable and wise, and use those skills of wisdom that you have, those life experiences, whatever it might be, in order to impart some knowledge to others if you need to. Either you are the teacher here taking charge of the situation, or you are more so the student, the person receiving the instructions from on high. Okay, you could be either one. You could be the person who is like this overseeing entity about a situation, in which case, if that's you, you are really called to be as impartial and fair as possible with regards to making decisions or solving the situation. If you are the one on the receiving end of this, on the receiving end of somebody else overseeing everything, then you are called upon to learn as well as you can within this situation and take heed of what this authority is trying to teach you. And they could be big lessons, they could be strict or stern lessons, but it still feels like it's appropriate and necessary in some way or another, okay? Even if you can't see it at face value, in a few days' time or a few weeks' time, you will be able to see it, the necessity of it. That is my sense here, that's my feeling here with all of these cards. So take that as you will. I hope that helps one or more of you, whoever needs that help. I'm going to leave the reading there now. Thank you so much for listening, and I shall see you the next time I'm back for the next reading.